This is a short tutorial to show you how you can use Naviance to help you find colleges that match specific interests that you have. So first thing we're going to do is log in. Here you'll see the home page for juniors, and all these functions look the same no matter what grade you are. But it's a good idea to get started with your research your junior year, so by the time you get ready to apply as a senior, you have all this research done. Today we're going to look at the Colleges tab here. And you can see there's a lot of great resources on this page, but what we're going to look at today is the college search. And what college search allows you to do is use your preferences for these categories at the top to help you find colleges that match those preferences. So let's say I want to go to a four-year school. I'm going to scroll through these pretty quickly. Let's say I want to go someplace on the East Coast or on the West Coast. Click Next to the next page. Let's say I want a medium-sized school. I don't have a preference here. Anything you don't have a preference for, you can just leave blank or use no preference. On the majors page, what you have are a lot of ways that you can search for majors. There's a drop-down menu, so if I'm interested in psychology, I can look at all the various psychology programs and add them to my list. Select Next. I'm going to go through these, say no preference. Leave those blank, and then hit Show Matches. And what I'll get is a list of colleges that match whatever preferences I have selected in the previous pages. So you can see I've got a lot here. And if I click on any of these colleges, it'll give me the information on that particular college. Here's the overview page, which will give you a lot of sort of interesting information about costs and student life and admissions data. If you want more specific data on any of these, you can use the tabs at the top here and click on them, and that will give you more specific information. Admissions right here is very important because it will let you know kind of what the admissions criteria is for this college and who has gotten in and who hasn't. And so it's a good way to kind of look at that information to see if you're in the ballpark for this particular college. If I want to look at fewer colleges, I want to revise my preferences, I just have to click on them. And let's say I don't want to look at all these psychology programs. I'm going to delete them and find a more specific psychology program. Let's say I'm interested in child psychology. So I'm going to go down this list and kind of look for child psychologies right there, add that one, and show the matches. And you'll see I have a much smaller list here because I have a more specific criteria list, but this may be more specific to my interests if I have them. And so play around with these criteria and see kind of the different information that it gives you and the different college lists that it gives you as you do your research. And if you want to save any of your searches, you just have to go back to your page and there's a Save Search link for anything here. You just click on that and then save your search by title. I put like child psychology for this one, and then I can go back to it and get that information when I want to. Another useful feature of Naviance is scattergrams. A scattergram is a graph that shows you data points from past LAHS students who have applied to a given school. The data points indicate the GPA and test scores of students who were accepted, denied, and deferred. Once you have a GPA, an SAT, or ACT scores in Naviance, you will be plotted on the graph, which gives you an idea of whether that college is a target, a reach, or a likely school for you. These graphs only give you a partial picture because they don't take into account the rigor of your courses, college essays, letters of rec, and other factors for admission. But it is useful information to guide you when you're creating your college list. So let me show you how this works. So you're going to click on the link Scattergrams and then find your college from this list here. I'm going to look for Santa Clara University because I'm thinking about applying there. And when I find it on the list, I will select it, click the button, and it'll show me the scattergram for that college. On the left is the GPA, and on the bottom are the ACT or SAT scores. And you can change that. If I want to show my ACT score instead of SAT, I can do that. And this shows me which students got in, which didn't, and which deferred. I zoom in, you can see there I am in the circle right there. And so that's where I fit in with the other LAHS students who have applied. And to figure out what all those other symbols mean, just scroll to the bottom and look at the key, and that'll show you which means accepted, which means denied, which means deferred, and that'll give you a sense of how to read this graph more accurately. But right there, it shows that I'm in the zone in terms of my ACT score and my GPA. And so that can help you see kind of where you stand and whether or not this is a reach or a likely target for you.